What's up, everybody? Today I'm here with Colby Covington. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
How are you doing today?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good. You're the king of Miami, right?
That's right, man. It's my city.
Do you live in Miami?
Yeah, I live here, man.
You live in Miami?
Yeah, in Miami.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
It's my city.
Okay.
I've been here for like 15 years, so this is home.
Okay. All right. Jorge Masvidal, not king of Miami?
Fuck. You saw what I did. I gave him the 50-44 in a soda. That was the easiest fight of my career. He didn't fucking touch me. I didn't have a scratch on my face from that backstabbing bone.
Damn. All right. Well, what have you been up to recently? How you doing, man?
Yeah, dude. I just been, carrying, my belt around. It's a little heavy, so I didn't bring it today. Otherwise I would have had it. Being champ it's a big weight on your shoulders. That belt is extremely heavy. So, I just been just chilling. I was just in Nashville last weekend with my buddy Brantley Gilbert. He was playing his he just came out with a new album, so it's like their album release event he was doing. It was like free to the public, so it was really cool. They did it at the Nashville Speedway. There was like 20,000 people. And then, we were just drinking some Real American Beer Zeros. So, got to have the Real American Beer Zeros.
Is that alcoholic or no?
No, this is non-alcoholic.
Oh, really?
So, this is something that was big for Brantley because he became sober like 13 years ago. He wanted a healthy lifestyle. So we came up with Real American Beer Zero. And, we could drink it here in the gym because it's not going to take away our athletic, qualities. It's not going to take away your cardio. It's zero. So,
what is,
bro, it's fucking amazing, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of crazy. I guess, yeah. Would you ever drink a normal beer in the gym?
No, I wouldn't drink a normal beer in the gym. That's disrespectful. But a zero, we're chilling. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Like, you get done with a hard workout, you want to have a nice beer taste and be in the social hour because there's a lot of mamacitas in here. We're in Miami, so there's a lot of mamacitas. You got to be ready to haul it.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll get into all that. I posted on my story the fans sent in questions, everything. So there's some interesting ones for you, of course. Okay. But also, I want to talk about this. Recently, you obviously won the belt. And you were a plus 550 underdog. Was that kind of disrespectful because you're a lot heavier than him, and you grew up wrestling, obviously. Was that a surprise to you how big of an underdog you were?
Oh, it was a huge surprise. I'm not a lot heavier, but I'm a little heavier. Probably 5-6 pounds heavier. He weighed in at 181. I weighed 182. So we were the same weight. He's just better at cutting weight, so he can go to lightweight. So I went around my natural weight class, 170. But it was disrespectful when the media was telling me at the press conference that day. They were like, "Hey, Colby, you opened at." He was negative 2,000 when they opened.
So
yeah, I think I was 10-1 underdog to start. But as the line started, people started seeing it. They're like, "We're gonna bet Colby." Some people, I was still
smart people,
plus 575 before the fight. 6-1 underdog is crazy.
That's ridiculous.
But that's what the American dream is all about. It's about overcoming the odds. It's about the will and the spirit. And who cares what the odds makers or anybody else thinks? As long as you believe in yourself, that's all that matters in life.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a good way to look at it. And then also, obviously, recently, our last video, a viral clip, was about you calling Ian Garry Corner McGregor. Yeah. And Jorge, I don't know if you saw, but Jorge Masvidal commented on the post.
No, I didn't see that. I don't pay attention to anything that bum does.
He said, "This bitch can't talk when he goes around suing people for brain damage." What do you have to say to rebuttal maybe against a guy like that?
He's so salty that I just ended his career and captured the King of Miami belt, and all the Miami people embrace me as their own. He's lived here his whole life. I've only lived here half my life, 15 years, and here he is fucking, no one cares about him. He's irrelevant, he's a washed up scrub. Look at him now. I mean, the guy has no athletic qualities. He's fat, he's overweight, no discipline. So look at the life I'm leading. I'm still winning. I'm winning world titles. What has he done since we fought? Nothing. I'm still out here winning world titles, becoming the king of rap. So, I don't really pay attention to anything he says. It doesn't bother me. I mean,
maybe not now, because you guys are talking obviously a little bit trash. Do you think you guys could ever be friends again? Is there any possibility? No, really don't think so?
1, he's a scumbag. 2, he's a felon. 3, he's not a good dad. He's a deadbeat dad. He doesn't even care for his kids. He's a terrible, terrible human being. He treats people like shit. He's claiming to dine and ditch on single mothers that are working hard to put food on the table for their little kids. He's dine and dash on those people and laughing at it. He's just not a good person. He has no redeeming qualities. So, I only want to surround myself with good people that believe in God and believe in country and believe in family.
But looking back, obviously, you guys obviously have a lot of good memories as well. Looking back, you ever I don't know, maybe miss any of the memories with Jorge? I mean, you guys obviously had a great relationship at one point.
I don't miss the memories, but, it was just a couple of the chapters of my journey. We all have chapters in our story, and those are just the chapters, Whether it made me better, whether it made me worse, there's no way to tell, but everything happens for a reason, and when good things happen, there's always, it's right after some bad things happen. Okay. So, you know, maybe it happened for a reason. It was just part about developing my character.
Okay. And now we got a few more normal questions. Then we got more of the fun ones I think you'll enjoy. But how different has your life been since changing from being a UFC fighter maybe to a RAF, I guess, full RAF fighter?
Yeah, you know, it hasn't changed at all. It's pretty much exactly the same. You know, I still go into training camps, you know, for these wrestling masters with RAF, you know. I want them to see the best version of myself. I want to be able to push a pace for 6 minutes where someone has to be carried out on a stretcher. Like, that's how I take these matches
really?
In RAF. Yeah, bro, I want to break these guys. I want to mentally them to be so exhausted, like they can't walk anymore. So, you know, I'm training hard. You know, I take these training camps just like a fight training camp. You know, I'm waking up early, 6 a.m., getting my good breakfast in, coming in here, doing a little cardio, then coming back in the afternoon to drill my techniques, and then coming back at night to do my live drills, so, and my live wrestling. So, you know, it's still a strenuous schedule, and I'm still motivated on proving I'm the greatest combat athlete alive.
Okay, and then also looking back at your UFC career, obviously, you know, it hasn't been that long since your UFC career, but do you have any maybe regrets or things you look back on, you're like, I wish I should have done something differently?
I think I've learned in life that, like, when you have regrets, it's just a wasted and bad emotion. So, you know, I have no regrets. You know, I think that everything that happened, and it made me stronger and it made me better. So maybe if it didn't happen the way it did happen, I wouldn't have learned the lessons. Yeah. So life's all about lessons. You know, we got to live and we got to learn. No one's perfect. There's only one perfect person. That's the man upstairs, God. So, you know, I'm just going to try and be better every day than I was the day before. And, you know, I can't worry about having regrets or bad emotions like dwelling. You know, you don't want to dwell on anything. You know, I'm here and I'm thankful everything I have right now, but, you know, I still want to work hard and be better tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of learning moments. Is there like maybe a certain moment that maybe points out, what's like the biggest learning moment you've had in your UFC career, you think?
Biggest learning moment I've had in my UFC career? You know, there's been a lot, you know. I think the biggest one is words have strong consequences, and people take words, you know, to heart, but words can also navigate you to where you want to go in life. You know, words got me to the White House. It got me hanging out with the sitting president. So, you know, words are dangerous things. But, you know, what's beautiful about America is we have the First Amendment, you know, and we're allowed to say whatever words we want. And you know why? We have the First Amendment because we're protected by the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms. So, you know, I don't regret anything, and, you know, I'm just being me. Okay,
that's good. I'm happy about that. And also, obviously, your next match, you said you weren't going to go against him, but now you obviously are. You said Belal Muhammad. You said you weren't going to go against him because he was not a professional?
Yeah. We made an executive decision. You know, it didn't make sense to go against him. I mean, the guy's he knows he can't beat me in wrestling.
But you guys are confirmed, though. You guys are going.
We're going to go. Yeah, most likely, you know, unless we'll see.
You think you might pull out or might cancel it?
He's the one, I mean, he pushed it back. We were supposed to go in Cleveland. He's already making excuses.
Miami?
Yeah. He was saying, you know, maybe he had a little injury, you know, something happened. So he's, you know, against the dead guy. Like, you didn't even wrestle. You wrestled a guy that's on rented lungs, bro.
That's a crazy name, bro.
Crazy, right? So
I mean, Ben Askren, you gotta admit that's extremely, you know, I don't even know, inspiring that he came back though, at least, right?
No, 100%. You're not gonna take that away.
That's what you just said how important words were. You call him dead guy.
He literally said he died 5 times though. It's a true statement.
His nickname can't be dead guy. That's insane.
I didn't say his nickname was dead guy. I just said the dead guy. I just said the dead guy.
That's what you call it. That's insane.
Dude, he died 5 times though. He said it.
5 times?
Yeah. He said his heart thing in the hospital died 5 times.
That's insane. That's probably one of the crazier nicknames.
Hey, man.
Jesus, bro.
But that's the thing. Like, people, like, the truth is what always hurts and gets the biggest reaction out of it. It's the truth, though. Dude, he died, bro. He died 5 times.
Insane.
I'm not saying it's not inspiring, bro. I'm still inspired by Ben Askren. It's amazing.
Dead guy's wild.
He died 5 times, bro.
All right. We're talking about the Belal match. What are your opinions on Belal Muhammad as a person?
I think he's an ugly motherfucker, dude. Like, that guy. Did you hear that he has blue eyes?
He has blue eyes?
Yeah, because one blue to the right and one blue to the left.
Oh my God.
Cross-eyed fucking bozo.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. What happened to the words mean a lot? You're going crazy.
Dude, he's an ugly fucking unbearable motherfucker.
Holy shit. Oh my God. I'm sorry. You caught me off guard. What are your opinions on him kicking you at the press conference?
Yeah, I just... Look at what he was saying right before that too. He's like, I want to be a good example for the kids. I want to I want to be a role model. I want to be a leader. This and that. And then he does some foolish little thing and kicks me when I'm not even looking, when I'm answering a question. I just think that he's unbearable. He's not good in anything. He's ugly. I mean, he's just fucking. He's a waste of space. So
he's a waste of space. He was a UFC champ at one point.
Yeah, at a time when no one even heard about it. He was fighting in the Apex, like no one was paying attention to his fights. No one was buying a pay-per-view saying, I want to watch Belal Muhammad. Like he wasn't driving buys. But, I will say that, I wasn't going to wrestle him, but, we went on the Ariel Helwani show and he did a poll. I'm the people's champ, so I care about the people, what their opinions are. So we did a poll, and the poll was that the people wanted me to wrestle him. So that's the only reason I
think it's a good one. I want to see it. I'm very
interested.
interested. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll handle it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I want to. That's a good. I like what the thing about rap is, like the UFC. They don't like put matches together that people really want to see. Like you know what I mean? Rap, like they've been putting together stuff people want to see, and I like that. I mean, you probably have a say in that as well. But yeah. Also, I want to talk about this has been. Well, actually, also before that. Do you think there's a chance that you and Belal Muhammad end in a fist fight on that wrestling match? Yeah,
I would say there's a pretty good chance of that. Yeah, I think that he knows he can't beat me in wrestling, so he's going to get chippy and he's probably going to throw a cheap shot, just like he did at press conference. He tried to kick me. He was going to go in, probably try and sucker punch me, but shout out to the amazing security team. They got some amazing security guards over at REF. Aaron, my boy, he's got some other guys, so they jumped in right away to make sure he wasn't going to sucker punch me like some other felon that we were just talking about. So. Yeah, that was good, but the kick was just like, it's just like, dude, like you could do that anytime you want, like in a cage. We could have done it for real and got paid. Like you're just not setting a good example for the kids. Like this isn't what the kids need to see. This is a wrestling match. I'm gonna beat your ass in a wrestling match. I'm gonna pick you up, drop you on your head. You're never gonna be the same person. But for you trying to kick me at a press conference, it just was low, right? Unprofessional.
A little unprofessional.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the fun ones. These are already pretty fun, but I think you'll like these. Have you seen Ian Garry's latest interview?
I mean, I can't say I've seen it, but I've seen, some of the clips that have came out from it. Man, I don't know what to say. Do you think, Jaden, it's a cry for help? I feel like it's a cry for help.
What do you mean by cry for help?
Like, dude, he's like trapped and like this is like his cry to the universe. Like, someone help me, because he can't be saved. This girl's running his life. She's fucking dudes.
Have you ever had like a crazy girl? You definitely did it. You're from Miami. You definitely dated a crazy girl before.
But once I realized she was crazy, I dropped her. I said, no, I don't have time for this. I only want girls that have good values.
He also said that he believes it would be a better world if women run the world. What do you think about that?
I think that's honestly the worst statement I've ever heard in my life. That's absolutely embarrassing. I love women, and if we didn't have women, we wouldn't have kids, kids in the next gen, that's what it's all about. But women, are not ready to be on the front lines. Could you send a woman to the front lines and feel comfortable going to war with her?
Not sure.
You're not sure?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, I think women, they have their roles. And
they're more nurturing. Like Bryce Mitchell said, they're more nurturing. Men are supposed to be protectors, I believe, as well.
We're the protectors. We got to protect, so men have to rule the world.
And also, he said that he cries a lot when he watches Disney movies.
No.
I promise you, I swear, on everything. Have you ever cried watching a Disney movie?
Maybe when I was, for sure. When I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, like.
See, you cried too when watching Disney movies.
When I was a kid, but when I grew up and matured, you're like, okay.
Ian Garry still cries when he watches them. He says.
That's just sad. That's why he's Conor McGregor. He's not Ian Garry. He's Conor McGregor. He sits in the corner and watches his wife get dogged out by the nutritionist, and then he takes that nutritionist's last name. It's just hilarious.
Oh, man.
It's just so sad. What a sad, pathetic excuse of a human being and UFC fighter.
Bro, that's a crazy.
So bad.
Would you ever want to take on Ian Garry? And I don't know how good his wrestling is, but would you want to take him on in RAF?
Bro, that's just weird. Would you ever want to take on a cuck? Would I ever want to take on a cuck? I think the question is probably no. I like women and like only women.
Well, I'm not saying like go make out with him. I'm saying in a wrestling match.
He would never want any of this work in a wrestling match. But he's irrelevant too, No one cares about him. Look at the shit he's saying.
He's fighting Islam though.
No, I know. He's got a title fight.
Who do you think's gonna win that?
I got Islam for sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I got Islam. I think he just takes him down and implements his will. Does whatever he wants. All the cuck does is just run around and jab people and then run around the ring for like 25 minutes. He's not going to try and engage in a fight. So.
Okay. And also, he's obviously talking about crying. This is maybe more a sentimental question. When was the last time you cried?
I cried at a friend's funeral.
Okay.
A couple months ago. So,
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But besides that, it's been a while. I try to be a strong man. And I know we're all emotional, but like you want to keep your emotions in check. You never want to get too high, never too low. Just keep an even keel. I think that's the key to like longevity and like success. So, I would never probably cry watching a movie. That you would never see that.
Also, this is the last question, or I think the second to last question about Ian Garry. Ian claims that he can read minds. Do you think he can read minds?
Bro, you can't believe anything that comes out of that guy's mouth. He just said that women could rule the world. So
Bro, I think
you should never be listening. Anything that comes out of the cuck Gary's mouth, and make sure you're not saying the full name. It's Gary Machado. So you got to put his wife's ex-husband's last name in there as well. You're not doing him any service. You're forgetting about him. Don't forget about him. He wants to make sure he has the hyphen Gary Machado.
Well, can you also? Well, you can confirm that it's crazier that he claims he can read minds and women ruin the world?
Yeah, I can confirm that. I can confirm that. Definitely.
Just want to make sure. And also, this is one of the fan questions, but there's more at the end. Someone said, if you, Jorge Masvidal, and Ian Garry were locked in a room, how would that go? What would it look like?
I'm sure that Jorge and him would be making out, and I would walk out, untouched, just like what would happen if I fought or wrestled them, untouched.
You think Ian Garry and Jorge Masvidal would start making out?
Some weird shit would go on. I know George got hooked on drugs, and he's got a chemical imbalance in his brain. He's all over the place these days, so who knows what he would do. And we already know Ian likes to sit in the corner, Conor McGregor, so who knows how that would go.
Well,
I wouldn't want to be alone in a room with those guys, but it'd be kind of weird. Some freaky shit might happen.
Okay. Well, we're now getting the fan questions. These are good ones. I think they're all pretty enjoyable, but this one's good. What's your craziest night out story? Miami, man, you definitely have some pretty fun stories.
Yeah, my craziest night out. I mean, probably I went with my buddy Noah Schwartz, who's an investor in this beer company, Real American Beer.
Okay.
And we met up with his buddy Neymar and Jimmy Butler when he was playing for Miami. And me, Neymar, and Jimmy, we went to like this little wine bar in Miami in downtown, like on Bayside, if you know where that's at. It's on Biscayne Boulevard. And we went to Biscayne and we were drinking this little wine spot. And then we went to Live. We stayed at Live till like 4 a.m. till they closed. They closed at 5. And then we went to 11 and we popped bottles till like 9 a.m. It was like, we walked out, the sun was up. I felt like such a dirtbag, but it was one of the coolest nights ever. But
that's wild. I think
it was awesome.
I went out in Miami till the sun went. You know MMA Guru?
MMA Guru, yeah.
Yeah, I went out with him in Miami. That was interesting. Yeah, that was fun.
Where'd you guys go?
Nowhere. I'm not allowed to go. I'm not allowed to go out. So.
Okay, you're not 21 yet.
On camera, I didn't go anywhere.
Okay, you didn't go anywhere. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Fake ID.
No.
Shit. Everybody got a fake ID, bro. They were doing that back when I was in high school, man.
Dude,
kids were rocking around with the fake, man.
No fake IDs.
You got to get in. I get it, man.
This one's a good one. This one's a good one, and people usually give out some great ones. What do you believe is your best pickup line?
My best pickup line? That's a good question. See, usually girls try and pick up me, like I'm a guy of value, I got a lot to offer, so.
If you had to give out a pickup line.
If I had to get a pickup line, I lost my phone number. Could I get yours?
That's awful.
It's so bad. It's cheesy. But sometimes the cheesier you do it.
Really? I feel like you're also Colby Covington in Miami, so.
That's true. Yeah. I don't really have pickup lines. It's just genuine. Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like, what's your name? And getting to know them and knowing like what their backstory is, and,
that's good.
And just seeing if you have commonalities.
Wow. I didn't expect that answer from. I thought you'd been like, just gotta get with her or something like that.
Nah, dude. I'm so over the phase of college where it's just like the hookup phase. Like, when you get to like my age, like you want to find like a wholesome girl, a girl that you could see yourself with for the rest of your life, someone that you can maybe have kids with. So like, I want to meet a girl that has good values, that like, believes in God, that has hardworking principles. That all these girls in Miami. The reason I don't have a girlfriend.
Like you might be looking in the wrong area.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So you know that.
I already know that. That's why I'm just like whatever. All these girls in Miami, they just want a sugar daddy. It's common knowledge. They're on OnlyFans. They're showing their ass to the world. Like, I don't want a girl like that that's showing their ass to the world. I want a girl that's gonna save that for behind closed doors with me. So
I feel like you changed, because you used to be like, what's up, nerds and virgins, with like obviously not the best woman around you. Yeah. But now you're more mature.
You're 100% right. And that's like the evolution of life. Like when I was in my 20s, that's all I wanted to do is be with like, so to speak, hoes, and girls that just wanted to hook up on one night stands and just have fun and this and that. I went through that phase, but like I'm at the phase now, like I want to meet a real girl. I want to meet
Yeah.
someone that actually cares about me and is going to support me in like my ventures in life. So like I'm going to give that same support back, but it's got to be someone that's real, genuine, and wholesome that, you know, that I'm going to share my life with and give them to me. Otherwise, you know, it's okay. I'll enjoy the rest of my life. I have a great life. I built great things for myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm okay being alone too. I've seen that the path to being great in any sport or career or anything, you're going to be lonely. You're going to have lonely times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you get okay with being lonely. You know, you don't be like, oh, I wish I had a girl. Or, oh, I need this. No, you're okay. You just need yourself.
And also recently, you probably saw this. I believe it was yesterday. Lionheart Smith, Anthony Smith, got arrested. $500,000 bond. He's not allowed to see his wife. What are your opinions on that? What's going on recently?
I think it's so funny because Anthony used to talk a lot of shit saying I'm a terrible person, I'm this and that. Isn't it funny like how karma's been hitting all these people that said I was such a bad person off camera? I'm such a terrible person. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I go to church. You know, I don't break the law. But all these guys, would he beat his wife or something like that?
I don't think
allegedly.
anything came out yet. Yeah,
I don't know
allegedly,
what
I'm not
happened.
sure,
But yeah, dude, that's a serious charge.
Yeah.
That's a serious charge. $500,000.
$500,000 bond?
That's crazy.
He's facing possibly 30 years in prison.
Wow, that's nuts. I mean, hey, you know what? The UFC probably needs a new desk analyst, so let my boy Jaden get in on that shit.
Everyone
Come
who
on.
goes on there gets arrested. Dustin Poirier.
That's true.
I don't want to. I'm all right.
That's true. Just keep your intrusive racist thoughts inside, unlike Dustin.
Dude, no,
don't let
I'm not
his,
racist.
No, you're not racist, but Dustin has intrusive racist thoughts, and he let them come out on that cock that day when he was drunk. So, you know,
Well,
what a
he
piece
looks
of
like he's
shit.
doing better though.
Looks like he's doing better. Yeah, for what he shows you on camera. Let's see what's going on behind the closed doors, what he's doing to his wife, what he's doing to
Jesus,
people around
bro.
him. He's a terrible human,
You think he does bad things behind closed doors?
Oh yeah, he's not a good person.
Really? He seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. Seems from what we see on camera, but when you see in the daily life,
guys might be
look at what he was
opposites,
calling
though.
the girls, like just the
What?
girls. They were just sitting there not even doing anything.
Oh.
They had nothing to do with the cops. She said, "Yeah, you stupid hoes." Like,
Oh, yeah, that was
what do you
that
do?
was-
They're just
that
sitting
was
there.
pretty
They're
crazy.
just doing their job. They're not even saying anything to you.
Yeah.
You're dealing with
Well, I
the
don't think
cop.
he was
but
probably
the
not
fact
the
that you
best
could,
mind,
but in the best mind, the fact that you're letting those thoughts come out. You know how it is when you're drinking.
I guess it's
sometimes
intrusive,
the truth.
yeah.
Intrusive. Those are how you really feel inside.
All right, so this next one's gonna be. You can take your time with this because it's gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna name a fighter, and you have to give them a nickname. All right?
Okay.
I feel like, dude, this is your specialty. This is good.
That's good.
First one we got Belal Muhammad.
Yeah. Blue-eyed gargoyle.
Okay. Jorge Masvidal.
Street Judas.
Okay. Hamzat Chimaev.
Cum shot.
Okay. Conor McGregor.
The greatest.
The greatest. Wow.
Yeah, the GOAT.
All right.
The GOAT of UFC.
Paddy Pimblett.
I would say just fucking goofy, bowl cut looking, fucking English accent.
Okay. Okay. Dustin Poirier.
I would say Louisiana swamp trash.
Okay. Okay. Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, fucking just bozo.
Okay. Bozo. Ian Garry.
Cuck.
All right. Corner.
Or Conor
Yeah,
McGregor.
yeah, you know that one.
Yeah, either one of those.
And then last
They're
one
both
we
good.
got before we have 4 fan questions is Kamaru Usman.
Kamaru Usman, Marty Fake Newsman. Look what he did in his recent fight. He was faking getting hit. He got hit in the face. He faked an eye poke. The same tactics he used against me, and I tried to tell everybody in the first fight. I kicked him in the liver. Oh, give me 5 minutes to recover. Nut shot. Oh, I socked him in the fucking face. He claimed the eye poke. Oh, give me 5 minutes to recover. The same fucking stupid fake calls that he called in the fight with Drickus, he's called against me in my first fight. The guy's fake news. All he does is lie.
When you say Marty Fake Newsman, can you, like, for people who don't know,
Yeah.
obviously you said it for a while, what does it mean? What does it
So,
mean?
for people that don't know, when he was in college at Nebraska, he was at one of the Nebraska schools, Nebraska Kearney. He was Division II. He's a bum. And he wanted an American name, so he didn't want to go by Cameroon. He went by Marty. So at all the wrestling tournaments that I would see him at, he would be Marty Usman. And that was his nickname that was the name that they put on his bout sheet for the brackets because he wanted an Americanized name. He didn't want to go by his African roots.
Yeah.
He's never been to Africa. You know, there's only one true king of Africa.
You don't think he's been to Africa?
I mean, he's probably visited there, but he didn't grow up there, didn't live
Okay.
there. Like he's never been a part of that country. There's only one true African king. That's
Who?
Drickus Duplessis.
You think
For sure.
You
He's
think
the
the
one-
African is Drake?
For sure, he's lived there his whole
Israel
life.
Adesanya?
Yeah, but he lives in Australia.
Okay.
He lives in New Zealand.
So
Bro,
Dricus
the
is
one
the
true African king is Dricus du Plessis, without a doubt. Shout out to my boy Dricus. I hope you enjoy those real American beers, my bro. But back to Marty. The reason I call him Marty Fake Newsman, Marty because that's what he wanted to be called.
Okay.
And then Fake Newsman because he's fake news. Everything he says is fake news. The way he fights is fake news. He cheats in there like he did against me and he did against Dricus. So that's why he got the name Marty Fake Newsman.
Yeah, you gave Dricus some Real American beer, you said?
Yeah, I sent him out 60 beers of Real American beer. We sent him the light. This is the zero version, which I recommend to someone like Dustin Poirier, so you're not, clowning on cops and trying to beat up hoes at the front desk, at TSA. This is good for you, zero for Dustin. But for Dricus, he was offended that I was recommending zeros to Dustin. He said the only crime that Colby just did and everything he said to Dustin is not because he was calling him all these mean words. It's because he was recommending a zero alcohol. So Dricus is a big alcoholic. He loves alcohol. So I sent Dricus some Real American Beer Lights, and that's my brother. That's my brother from another mother.
Cool dude. Have you seen him drink a beer?
Yeah,
who could drink a beer faster, you or him?
Oh, I have no chance against him.
Oh, really?
I think he might literally be the fastest chugger of beer in the world. I haven't partied with him, but he sent me a great beer where he was chugging this Real American beer the other day. Like, they threw it up to this well, and he was like at the top of the well, and he just chugged it in like 1 second. I was like, it was insane.
Do you still party or no? Not really.
Not really, man. Wow. I gave up the party in my late 20s. I was like,
that makes sense.
There was just nothing real. You want realness around you. It's it's a fake environment. It's fun for sure, when you're with the right crowd and the right events.
When you get older, obviously it gets old.
Yeah, when you get older, it's the same people there doing the same things. They have nothing going in their life, and it's a negative, dark world. There's a lot of negative, dark
do you read books now? I don't know. What do you go for jog? What's something you enjoy instead of I guess taking out partying? What do you do instead of partying now?
So I like to have like an active lifestyle. I love paddle. It's like my funnest game that I like. It's called paddle. It's
like pickleball or no?
No, it's a combination of tennis and racquetball.
Okay.
And it's this new sport that's developing. It started in Spain. It started in Mexico, and then it went to Spain like 20 years ago, and now it's becoming huge in America, huge in Miami. It's massive.
Really? I never heard of it.
Yeah, there's this nice club called the Reserve, but it's in Aventura. Okay. But it's a super fun game. It's like keeps you, running and movement. It's good for hand-eye coordination. So like you're seeing the tennis ball coming at you quick, making good decisions. So I like to just have a healthy, active lifestyle, go on walks. Obviously I train in the gym every day, wrestling. I'm preparing for my RAF. Thank you for the nice gym. Shout out to UFC Fit, great corporate brand. But yeah, just wrestling every day, living a healthy, active lifestyle, and just eating good food and just enjoying quality time.
Awesome. It's better, definitely healthier.
Health is good wealth.
Okay.
Everybody talks about, I want to be the richest man. What does it matter if you're the richest if you're not healthy?
Yeah.
So that just shows that health is wealth.
Would you want to face Usman at RAF? Someone wants to know.
Yeah, definitely. I want to face Usman at RAF. We were supposed to have a trilogy in the UFC, and I really wanted that to happen, but we weren't able to make it happen. So let's do it in RAF. So I recommend we do it in Las Vegas. Since I have Miami booked.
I'll be there. We got to do that.
Okay, I live there, October 3rd. You're coming out to the show.
Well, yeah. I'll live there in 3 days.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So you'll be at Fountain Blue.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
That's where I'm proposing me and Usman do our trilogy at. Let's get it, boy.
That's gonna be fire. Someone wants to know, if you had to give Belal Muhammad his looks out of 10, what would you rate him?
He wouldn't even get a 0. He's that ugly. That guy, that cross-eyed fucking bozo, bro. Like, now with the blue eyes, like, it's just weird that he has blue eyes. One blew away that way, one blew away that way.
He could probably get girls in Miami.
Yeah, that guy can't get any.
Easy,
he can't get girls. What do you mean? Look at that fucking nose, bro. I don't care how rich he ain't even rich though. He never sold out a big show, but I mean, dude, that guy's ugly. That nose, like, the girls in Miami have standards.
He has a wife, so he's a kid on the way. So that's good.
Nice. Kid on the way, or he has a kid? I congratulate him on the kid.
Yeah. Well, you said something mean about him.
Yeah, but I said, hey, congratulations on the kid, man. That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, I think he just became a new dad.
That's good. That's good. All right, well, I appreciate you so much. That was a good one. That was fun. And subscribe, like, and let's go RAF. Let's go, baby.